Good morning, friends and family. It is December the 14th, Monday, and this is your Monday message. I hope it finds you doing well, staying healthy, and staying faithful, and looking forward to the Christmas season and keeping Christ in Christmas. So, right here, I have a gift from a church member, and it is a coffee cup. But it's not just any coffee cup, it's an Elvis coffee cup. And it just so happens to be one of my favorite gospel songs by Elvis, His Hand in Mine. You know, Elvis is obviously known as a rock and roll singer, but the only Grammys that he ever won was for his gospel music. And the only Grammys he was ever even nominated for were gospel songs. His Hand in Mine is a very powerful reminder of God's presence in our lives, in the good and the bad, the hills and the valleys. And on the back of the cup, it has some of the words. It says, "You may ask me how I know my Lord is real. You may doubt the things I say and doubt the way I feel. But I know He is real today. He'll always be. I can feel His hand in mine, and that's enough for me." Now that's good stuff right there. That'll preach, amen. Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. His hand in mine. Feeling God's presence even in times of fear. Feeling God's presence even in times of confusion. Feeling God's presence even in days of a pandemic. God is there. God is there. And if that's your focus and that's what you'll look at, then it's amazing how those fears, doubts, and all the other hysteria and things just go away because you're not focused on that. You're focused on His presence and His hand guiding you. You know, we're reminded throughout the Bible, in the Old and the New Testament, in Hebrews, for instance, chapter 13, the reminder, Hebrews 13 and 5, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." So He's always right there, even at times that you don't sense it, you don't know. And one of the most powerful illustrations of that comes from a concentration camp, a place where they housed Jews and prepared them to be killed, executed, the Holocaust. But found in one of those concentration camps on one of the walls, written by a Jewish prisoner, on the wall it said, "I will trust his heart even when I cannot see his hand." I will trust his heart even when I cannot see his hand. I'll know that God's will, God's providence, God's sovereignty is going to get me through this. I'll know that God has a plan greater than any plan I could come up with. I will trust Him. I know God. And when we know God, we know that He is pure, He is holy, He is righteous. And so we'll trust Him for who He is. Even when I look around and there's not many that can be trusted, and there's not many that are dependable, reliable, and loyal. Oh, I know one who is. And I will trust Him. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. And I can feel His hand in mine. And that's all I need to know. Stay faithful, stay focused. God bless you. Have a great week.